Hello, thank you for joining me for this class, which is extremely late and was planned to go from the beginning of March, but I was getting ready to go down to Brisbane for on stage and things didn't go according to plan. So once again, we're going to have marathon sessions where I'm doing these classes quick. Hopefully next month I'll get it right, but let me show you what we're doing or what we're using for this month's 4 cards. So textured notes cling stamp set, and we're using the textured notes dies. Now if you haven't seen these, they don't actually match up with the stamp set, which has a good and a bad thing with it. So those are the dies. The good thing is that they're beautiful. They cut out lovely rectangles with all this you know, textured edges, but the bad thing is that they don't coordinate with the stamps. So that means that if you want leaves and things cut out, you have to fussy cut. And if you know me, fussy cutting's not my best thing, but I have done a fair bit of fussy cutting for the cards that we're going to be doing. Then the DSP, I'm using the Woven Textures DSP. If you look in the suite, and it is an online exclusive, there are two packs of DSP in the suite. I'm only going to use this one, so that's the front of them. And then if we flip it over and things come falling down, that's the reverse side. Okay, so I really like these textures. I've had lots of fun playing with them. Love this DSP. Just a note that it is a slightly different DSP pack because it only has 4 different designs. So normally we have 6 and you're getting 2 sheets of each. This time we've got the 4 designs and you get 3 sheets of each. Okay, and then in the suite is this mini corrugated cardboard embossing folder. I haven't used it on today's card, but I am using it. I love this embossing folder. Just a note that when you use it, you just have to watch because, you know, depending on which way you've used it, it does pull the paper up a bit. So it's a good idea to cut slightly bigger and then cut it down to size, because otherwise your paper is smaller than you expected. In the suite are these matte adhesive back dots. So they are matte, but they coordinate with the colors in that DSP. And this is the card that we're making. Now, this is a very close case to the sample that is in the online exclusives. I saw what I loved, but I decided to do it. I haven't put it up yet, but as soon as I'm finished here, I will put the tutorial up for this card. So all your measurements and everything are going to be in there. And it is a really easy card to make. Okay, so let's start with some stamping, and I am going to stamp on a scrap piece of paper just because I am likely to stamp off. So let me just pull in my dies again, just then I can show you which ones I used. So for that one, I've used this one, so the 3rd largest, and the one for my sentiment is that one, so it's the 3rd smallest. Okay, so we've just got, is it the 3rd smallest or the 2nd smallest? Let me check. No, it's the 2nd smallest. Okay, so 3rd largest, 2nd smallest. And then let's do some stamping. So large leaf in Pebbled Path. Hang on, before I do the leaf, and I don't think it really makes any difference, but I just want to stamp this. I don't know whether it's a bit of a basket weave texture or it is basket weave. I was going to say you could fool yourself into thinking it's like a tree trunk, but it isn't really. Okay, so that's going in basic beige. And then we're going to stamp the big leaf in Pebbled Path. And I'm not measuring anything here. I'm just stamping. And while we've got this stamp, I just want to stamp another leaf for my insert. And if we want to use Pebbled Path, we need to do it Very, ooh, that was terrible. Okay, now this is one thing that I will warn you about, and I don't know whether it's just me or whether it's the stamp set, but I do find that I have to stamp really carefully because I do tend to rock the stamps, and I'm not sure why, but just watch when you're stamping that. So just stamp up, stamp down, don't put pressure on the sides, but at least we have two sides, and I could turn it over and not mess up the second one, so all good. And then lastly we're going to my die cut and then stamp the sentiment, and I've got to crook it every time, and you can see this one I even rocked that stamp again. So I did the other way around, and I stamped the sentiment and then cut it, which hopefully is going to be a little bit straighter than what I got there. Alright, so now we have really easy assembly here. So we're just going to stick our piece of DSP onto the front of our card, and like I said, you know, I think that this color works quite well with the grey granite, which is why I just went with it again. But play with it, use any of those DSP textures. You may want to change the background color of your card, but they're lovely. I think that this is a really good suite, particularly this DSP, if you want to do more masculine cards. Not to say that we can't add some flowers and things and make it look all feminine, but it's just those textures are gorgeous. Right, so we're going to stick our little strip of DSP along the bottom, and that's going inside the card. Hide the oopsie on the back and nobody will ever know that it's there. Now, dimensionals, we're going on the back of this. It's always difficult to know how many dimensionals to use, but I don't want it sagging in the middle, so I'm going to just add a few extras. The more dimensionals you add, the more backs you need to peel off. Okay, then our stamp bit is going onto the front of the card, and I am putting it a bit more over to the right so that we have space for that sentiment. So just watch your sides, because we just want a dimensional on that side, and we're going to put a bit of glue on this side. I don't want dimensionals on this side because that's already raised up, so then it's going to be sitting crooked unless we double dimensional that side. But no, we're just going the one side. And then on this one, I can't remember what those dots were that I used, but I'm actually going to just stick with the dots that are in the suite. So, oh, I don't have my pick it up tool here, which would make it a lot easier, but anyway, I will just yank them out and we can just stick the dots wherever we think that they need to go. Alright, so that's our first card, and I'm just wondering whether I should give you dates or not. I like to give dates because then it feels like I'm more committed and I have to have it done, but then if things go pear-shaped for me, then I don't keep with it. Alright, my plan is that I'll do another card on Monday, then Thursday, then next week Monday, so that we then have our 4 cards in before the end of the month. A heads up for next month, I'm going to be using the meant to be bundle, so I'm working on those cards, and hopefully that'll go according to plan. I shouldn't have anything else coming up that's going to cause problems for me. If you love this suite and you want to more ideas, I am doing a stamp camp with two other ladies, Julia Quinn and Sharon Dalton, next weekend. So you can still sign up for that. I'll put the link into the group. That'll take you to the sign up page. See you on Monday. Enjoy these cards. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.